Yeah.
We can do this with scientists right now, we do it with sports people, right? We do it with politicians. We never do it with teachers.
Well, you could do it, a much simpler example. Whenever anybody's in high school, you hear, you take an English class, and I remember I had English class with the teacher that was the bad English teacher. Yeah. And I heard everybody say, oh, this other English teacher is much better. Yeah. And you're just jealous, and you know they're getting a better experience and better quality level, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Think about the vision. If you open up the credit system that people can pick and choose, right, then just by that effect, you're going to massively, positively impact the quality of teaching.
Mm-hmm. In fact, let me add to that. Better isn't necessarily a single axis scale.
Sure.
Because what's better for one student might not be the perfect fit for another. So by creating this kind of marketplace, you can allow students to find the perfect fit for them and,
sure.
and really give people options.
And I want to point out, this is actually happening in some very funny ways. University of Wisconsin launched a pilot by which credits and degrees are being awarded purely based on tests. Right? That is the real thing to pay attention to, I think, for this commission, that this is happening. Western governors doing the same thing. When that moment that happens, first the cost of the degree will go very much south because you can't charge the same amount of money without teaching. And secondly, the students don't have a choice whether they use a textbook or an online class or whatever, a professional tutor.
Right. They
can pick whatever they want.
Right.
That's actually something I think California should respond to, in my opinion.
Right. I kind of, again, continuing with the same hypothetical. So from what it sounds, I think I heard maybe Senator Flores talking about the fact that we don't have that much emphasis on these bottleneck courses that seem to be stalling people from moving through our institutional pipelines like Algebra 1. Is there not a focus currently on paying attention to development of content on our core curriculum classes versus more esoteric or higher level learning? So in other words, for the California institutions, we have our core classes that you need to graduate with a degree. Are we not seeing those developed as much, or people participating in them as much?
I don't think there's a black and white answer. I mean, among the 4,000 courses you want to digitize, the first 300 have been digitized, and some are core and some are not. Yeah. We even have a remedial class right now online, plus some GE classes. But we are in year number 1 right now.
So the problem is probably just a reluctance to accredit them and make them a part of our system to remove the bottleneck on the state
and
side.
I promise if you make them publicly visible, viewable, and accredited, competition will really help you drive up the quality very, very quickly.
So one more question, actually a couple more. Average age, what's the average age of people that take this, and is there a barrier to, at least an initial barrier at the present moment, to older people having access issues with this platform?
So about average age, I think that's very much a class-specific thing. For some courses, our average age is considerably higher. The more advanced courses, these are typically people who already have degrees and are looking to do lifelong learning and maybe reskill themselves or retool into a new profession, which, by the way, is another very important thing that we need in today's society, is the ability for somebody to retool themselves into a new profession. For the more introductory or remedial classes that we have, the population, we have middle schoolers who come and tell us that 10, 12-year-olds that are taking these courses, and so I think that is very much a moving target that's very specific to the context. As to whether older people have a barrier, I actually don't think so. I keep hearing stories about octogenarians who are taking these courses, meeting in a public library for a study group.